Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So, I am Matthew McCarthy. I'm a professor of ocean sciences and chair of the Academic Senate. And I would like to, with the official mace of the Senate, welcome you all here to the 56th Graduate Division graduation of the University of California, Santa Cruz. And if you had a chance to look at the official mace, you would see it has, of course, a slug, a guiding star for truth, a leg from Sinsheimer's original chair in his office, and a rock from the court. So, today is a great day of pride and joy for everyone here. Our commencement activities mark important milestones for our students, of course. And what we're here to do really with a ritual, because rituals show us values in a fundamental way, but acknowledge this milestone publicly of the extraordinary achievements of our graduates. So what we're doing today marks actually just more than an achievement, a lot more than a piece of paper you're going to have. It's the culmination of an enormous amount of hard work, a lot of joy, but most likely a few tears along the way. And in particular, for some of us, probably a question of whether this day would ever actually come. But you did it. You, the students here, did it, but it wasn't you alone, especially if you've been here for a while and you were one of those students who you weren't ever actually sure this day would come. You did it with your friends. You did it with the support of your family. You did it with your professor, with your major advisor, and of course our staff supporting you. So all together, that's why we want to come together today and celebrate together and witness. So before I go on, and we get to the main event, I'd just like everyone to take just a moment to pause and breathe in and appreciate that you got to this place. Think about the hard work, all the sacrifices, all the sleepless nights, the experiments that never were going to work out, that reference you just couldn't find in some remote library on the other side of the planet you couldn't get to, and feel this sense of accomplishment, pride and joy that you came through all those doubts, all those sleepless nights and everything else. Okay, so let us move on to the main event because you did it. So first, just a couple words about the ceremony. Please keep the aisles clear. And the area in front of the stage, we will have a professional photographer there, so you can get those photographs later. And now I would like to move on to introducing our platform guests. So with us this morning, who will stand, are, of course, our Chancellor, Cynthia Relieve. Please. Our Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies, Peter Beal. Our Vice Chancellor of Student Affairs and Success, Akira Bradley Armstrong. Our Vice Chancellor of University Advancement, Marco de los Reyes Davis. Oh, no, it's not. The Dean of our School of Baskin Engineering, Alexander Wolf. Our Dean of Humanities, Jasmine Allender. Our Dean of Physical and Biological Sciences, Brian Ginsler. Our Director of our Educational Programs, Office Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, Dr. Judith Estrada. And finally, last, but definitely not least, our graduate student commencement speaker, Matt Evans. who you will hear much more from presently. All right, well, now it is my pleasure to introduce the Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies, Peter Beal.
Thank you, Matt. And of course, Karen Otterman is also here on the stage, our Associate Dean for Graduate Studies. Karen Otterman. Yes, good morning. I'm Peter Beal. I'm the Vice Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies here at UC Santa Cruz, and I would like to extend really my heartfelt congratulations to our graduates with us here today. Congratulations, Class 2026. Your achievements speak volumes to your dedication as well as the support you have received from mentors who are here, family, and friends. On behalf of the faculty who are here with us today at UC Santa Cruz and for myself personally, I congratulate you on your academic achievements and wish you success for a bright and productive future. Congratulations again. And since this is for you, the students, we always felt a very good tradition to have one of you speak. And it's a really great pleasure and honor to introduce your student speaker to you, Matt Evans.
Hi, everyone. My name is Matt Evans, and it is not just an honor to be standing in front of all of you today, it is a statistical near impossibility. I am what the university calls a non-traditional student. Yeah. The official reason for that title is my age. I transferred to UCSC as an undergraduate in 2018 at 31 years old, started grad school here in 2020 at 33, and I'm just barely sneaking in my doctorate before I turn 40 next year. But like many of you, the word non-traditional describes my path to this podium in more ways than one. In 2016, just 2 years before I was accepted to UC Santa Cruz as an undergraduate, I was at the lowest point in my life, deep into a debilitating addiction to drugs and alcohol with absolutely no hope for the future. And today I'm standing here with all of you. I still don't fully understand how I got from there to here, but I can tell you the path was lined with people who absolutely bent over backwards to help pull me out of the dark, lonely hole I had dug for myself on the road to rock bottom. I've always had the potential to be a good student, but I could never really seem to figure out how to fully tap into it. I'm a classic burnt-out, gifted kid, just like so many of you, I'm sure. That burnout hit me hard relatively early on, around the end of my sophomore year of high school. Over the course of a few years, I went from an honor roll band geek with dreams of getting my doctorate in psychology, navigating a schedule full of honors and AP classes, water polo practices, and musical theater rehearsals, to someone who could barely bring myself to show up to even the classes I ostensibly liked, slinking in late when I came in at all, smelling like weed, booze, and cigarettes. Despite my best efforts, I somehow managed to graduate high school, but my dependence on drugs and alcohol became worse and worse. There's a saying that normal people adjust their behavior to help them achieve their goals, where addicts adjust their goals to help them continue their behaviors. And that certainly described me, and although I made a few half-hearted efforts to turn things around, by the time I was 29 years old, I was completely alone, unemployed and unemployable, undeserving of anyone's trust, and unable to commit to anything other than finding the next drink or drug by any means necessary. I wish I could tell you exactly what made me willing to make a change. I'm really not sure. All I know is that I was so miserable with the person I had become that on September 28th, 2016, when I was eventually offered one last choice, get sober or get homeless, I chose sober. I didn't do it on my own. For several months, I was incredibly privileged to get to treat recovery as my full-time job, slowly but surely cleaning up the wreckage of the past 10 years while being propped up by my incredible parents and a beautiful community of other people in recovery. In the spring of 2017, armed with the love and support of that new community and 6 months of sobriety, I enrolled at De Anza College, a community college in Cupertino, California that is absolutely filled, yes, De Anza, absolutely filled with people whose full-time job is helping others. I can draw a straight line from my relationship with one particular person at De Anza to where I'm standing today, my biological psychology instructor, Shannon Hassett. At the end of the first lecture, I approached Shannon, told her a little bit about how I'd come to be there, and nervously asked, so I should probably drop this class and take something easier first, right? I don't know what I expected her to say. Maybe I hoped she'd say, yeah, this isn't for you, so that I could walk away without shame. Maybe, oh no, I'm sure you can do it, so that the scared little kid in me would feel comforted. But she didn't say either of those things. She said, give me a week, then decide. I've stolen that line so many times when students have doubted their ability to succeed in my courses. Give me a week. Give me a week to show you that I'm committed to helping you discover that you can do this. Give me a week to help you reframe your doubt. Give me a week to prove to you that this classroom is a community in which you absolutely belong. And then you decide. I gave her a week, and then another, and I showed up every day, and I sat in the front, and I asked questions, and I rediscovered my passion for science, and I learned how to learn. She was the one who told me I should even apply to UC Santa Cruz, and I literally wouldn't be here today without her. Despite my success at De Anza, I had done so much damage to my academic record in the past that by the time I applied to UCSC, my cumulative GPA was well under the required minimum for transfer. But I wrote an application essay explaining what had changed and why I expected to be able to succeed here. And thank God someone in the admissions office actually read it and believed me, because I was admitted in the fall of 2018, graduated with my Bachelor's of Science in Cognitive Science in 2020, summa cum laude, and joined Professor Nick Davidenko's high-level perception lab as a PhD student that fall. 10 years ago, I was doing hard drugs in my parents' basement, watching MIT lectures on YouTube with no pants on, going, I'm gonna be a doctor someday. Today, what was once a ridiculous delusion of grandeur becomes reality. The last 6 years of grad school have been filled with pride and excitement, imposter syndrome and despair, awards and accolades, rejection and disappointment, gratitude and resentment, joy and loss. Holding all of these things at once can be difficult. The truth of the world is that almost nothing is clear-cut, almost never black and white. Multiple, seemingly mutually exclusive truths can and do exist at the same time, and it is up to us to learn to navigate that complexity. I have experienced the realization of so many of my wildest dreams already. I have taught my own classes and got to watch the switch flip for students who were brave enough to give me a week. I married the most incredible person in the world, my beautiful, brilliant husband, Vera. I have accepted an offer as an assistant professor of human cognition at St. Cloud State University in Minnesota. Where I will have the privilege of serving an undergraduate student body made up mostly of first-generation immigrant and non-traditional students. I have witnessed incredible miracles come to pass in my own life and in the lives of so many of my loved ones. I have also watched with despair as the most powerful people in the country have betrayed us, tearing our public services to shreds, defunding science, paving over farmland to build data centers that poison our water and overwhelm our power grids, firing hundreds of thousands of workers to pad their bonus checks, making a career out of attacking our trans siblings, building concentration camps, assaulting and kidnapping our neighbors simply for existing and trying to make a better life for themselves and their families, and supporting a genocide against the people of Palestine, among too many other horrors to name. one main thing to say to all of you as we go out into this confusing, contradictory, beautiful, and terrible world together. You never have to face any of it alone. Not everyone here has the same story I do, but everyone has a story, and that story makes you uniquely qualified to help someone else. Share it. Lift up your students, your coworkers, and your neighbors. There are also people out there who are uniquely qualified to help you. Let them. Allowing someone to help you is one of the greatest acts of service you can perform. Don't deny them that joy by steadfastly insisting that you must do things on your own. Build community and stay involved in it. Be vulnerable, but understand what your boundaries are and protect them. Be radically kind, but never a doormat. Meet people where they're at, but remember that you can't force anyone to want or accept your help. Don't regret the past or try to shut the door on it. Be proud of your scars. There's so much more to come. Let's do it together.
And now we have come to the moment that you've all been waiting for, the conferring of degrees. So, Dean Beal will present the students to Chancellor Larive, who will confer the degrees.
The scepter is safe, so, okay. Before we begin the awarding of degrees, I'd like to take the opportunity to explain the process we will follow. Degrees will be awarded first to Masters of Arts students, next to the Masters of Science students, and finally to the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy. Within each group, the degree students have lined up in non-alphabetical order, so please be watching for your student as they proceed to center stage. The first group of degree recipients will receive the master's degree. The award of master's degree signifies the completion of normally 1 or 2 years of rigorous coursework beyond the bachelor's degree, and in many instances includes the completion of a thesis, a research paper, project, or student teaching. Many of our master's recipients will be continuing to the PhD degree either, hopefully, here at UCSC or at other universities, and others will be embarking on careers in education, government, public service, business, and industry. We congratulate our master's degree recipients and wish them well for the future endeavors. And so first, I will present the candidates for the degree of Masters of Arts. Chancellor Riff, I'm pleased to present to you those students who have successfully completed the prescribed course of studies for the degree Masters of Arts. Okay.
Yeah, just going to be 1 minute.
Sarah Ryan.
Allison Grindstaff.
Emma Schmidt. Emily Swam. Samantha Ann Morrison. Greta Majeski Fremont. Stephania Joanne Ortiz.
Ava Deanna Hooten. Olivia Marie Miley Graham. Angelo Contreras. Olin Arvizu.
Rebecca Nicole Torres.
Karina Hernandez Andrade.
Juan Rodriguez Garcia.
Scott Robert Becker. Olivia Locatelli.
Catherine Rhodes. Austin Solve. Lucy Trapp. Avery Murphy. Romeo Trom. Kay Radford. Dana Shah. Caitlin Marie Twist. Hannah Ruvo. Victoria Reynoso.
Summer Kaoru Hatai. Estrella Andres Leon. Coco Tingui Lee. Olivia Hanlock. Walter Barnaby. Cameron Flood. Catherine Arashi. Dorothea Francis Monteroso Drake.
Xiaoying Wen. True Davis Randall.
Yuan Jia.
Dennis Valle Ramirez.
Gabriel Ceballos. Elizabeth Herman.
Gianna Aaliyah Norok.
Matthew Blakeborough. Gerardo Hernandez.
Diego Sanchez.
Emily Cochran. Eliza Bean. Ana Sofia Gomez Ramirez. Desiree Cleveland.
Melanie Nicole Stalkey. Benson Yang.
Skylar Brown.
Lillian McElhaney.
Ethan Ford.
Kylie Whitlock.
Caitlin Collins.
Julia Persong Fare. Sam Taubman. Ezekiel Salazar.
Jay Collier.
Jesus Martinez. Aurelie Verduzco.
Mighty Flores Ortega. Kiara Calderon Maciel.
Brian Naranjo Solorio. Sung Yu. Maggie Mattinson.
Christoph Davis.
Teresa Lynn Paisley.
Cal Boylan.
Chancellor Riff, I'm pleased to present to you those students who have successfully completed the prescribed course of studies of the degree Masters of Art. Will the candidates for the degree of Masters of Art please rise if you're able to?
We'll wait just a moment till all of our students return from the back. Thank you. Almost there. All right, Masters of Arts students, please stand if you're able. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents and the President of the University of California, I now confer upon you the degree of Masters of Arts with all of the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. Congratulations.
Congratulations, thank you. And now I will present the candidates for the degree of Masters of Science. Chancellor Riff, I'm pleased to present to you those students who have successfully completed the prescribed course of studies for the degree of Masters of Science.
Evan Quintana. Osman Salim.
Meng Xiao Hu. Maciej Bushko.
Kevin Hauran Tai. Charles McQuarrie. Nicolas Jeremias Medina.
Jacqueline Clark.
M. Schnorr.
Jacob Lee. Serene Chang. Catherine Kosolapova.
Anne Mary Sassi.
Fariha Latif.
Paki Sinha.
Jonathan Harding.
Mahyar Vahabi. Vihan Kunal Patil.
Andrew Barth Yee.
Bradley Monzo.
Celine Lafosse.
Tanya Red Amanda Wong.
Madison Gruen.
Ivan Martinez Arias.
Danny Chia.
Molly McGrath. Alexander Benjamin Cruz Paxson.
Dylan Brown. Mustafa Ajamal.
Abigail Page Obil.
Qudsi Al-Jabiri.
Matthew Tate Mosher. Saivenkat Malreddy. Graham McLean, Joey Perello,
Justin Frauenhofer, Milan Gopalapudi,
Abhi Patel, Anavi Upal,
Ravjit Kaur, Jordan Foreman, Naunet Jose Leonhardes Barbosa, Isabel Jones,
Nicole Wolf, Michelle Woodland,
Myra Gutierrez,
Petra Mengistu,
Syed Jamal,
Mario Bernes, Neil Ayar,
Batuhan Salih,
Sahil Konjara, Matthew Joseph, Bryce Chin,
Octavio Villalobos,
Nihal Jonathan Ernest, Chiachi Duan,
Alexei Pelyushenko,
Connor Louie,
Samiksha Ramakant Varpe,
Sanjana Eraveli,
Vasavi Gadamani,
Mathesh Thirumalai, Arthik Mudagere Anil,
Gaurav Gururaj,
Vijay Arvind Ramamurthy,
Abhishek Chavan, Navia Gulati. Rushali Ghosh.
Ashritha Sankineni. Ananya Priyadarshini Neal. Akanksha Rajagopalan. Julia Pennick. Dongrui Shen.
Neil Dangat. Pahan Pohat. Thomas Kaljevich. Andrew Huang. Marlon Brewer. Arjun Damret.
Anish Nutaki. Aditya Mulkapati. Manav Patel.
Thomas Dillon. Chuk Pui Lam. Jonathan Gite.
Philip Shah.
Sumuk Kadpako. Sarah Levy.
Shubham Sharma.
Arshad Vani.
Subhan Sheikh.
Noah Brigham. Jesper Giardino. Zoe Elizabeth Beaver. Amy Fuller.
Matteo Wallner.
Nessa Fakrai.
Liam Shu.
Ting Yu Cho. Tyler Barton.
Caden Wesley Roberts.
Sergio Elizalde Casarubias Jr. Daniel Cunningham. Keith Jaffe. Luki Catalano. Wanda Little. Eigen Foreman.
Mohammed Nofal.
Ivan Doe. Armand Augustine Garcia.
Julian South. Jason Mullis. Sabrina Schimsheimer. Akriti Rachna. Raul Urena.
Kayla Geddes.
Manaswini Sriya Matibali.
Murdula Reddy Akram.
John Midas. John Avadis Merjanian.
Prithvi Arun Shankar. Jeremy Diamzon Ayarat.
Aiden Maldonado.
Derek Lai.
Kenneth Wiria-Disastra.
Johanna Sumariti Jagan.
Sriraja Vignesh Senthil. Monish Sai Prasad. Simon Tran.
Rebecca Benjamin.
Jean Park.
Rebecca Benjamin.
Sean Gray.
Josiah Aviles. Mudit Aurora. Tristan Lai. Ishika Kulkarni.
Keith Joseph.
Gavin D. Souza. Zhou Yi Li. Julian Lepelch.
Sasha Miller.
Darren Jackson Wilkins.
Angela Rangel.
Stephanie Marie Kempel. Vesper Carney Demon.
Shinran Wang. Andil Layuku Kwame.
Gwendolyn Chao Xian.
Jeti Triani.
Jing Chen.
Sydney Opio.
Karen Lee.
Prithvi Raj MV. Pribhav Panchal.
Shubham Gaur.
Yash Malagaonkar.
Daniel Khan.
Chris Vasquez.
Prathamesh Jitendra Chatorikar.
Pranay Mundra. Akash Lena Sargar.
Brian Quay. Soham Rajesh Kaya. Makarand Palarao.
Vedant Hemant Upadhyay. Ram Nita Mukesh Mandana. Ashwani Rathi. Akhilesh Thait.
Chancellor Riff, I'm pleased to present to you those students who have successfully completed the prescribed course of studies for the degree Masters of Science. Will the candidates for the degree Masters of Science please rise if you're able to?
Graduates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents and the President of the University of California, I now confer upon you the degree of Master of Science with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. Congratulations.
Thank you. And now we come to the doctoral candidates. Doctoral students are admitted to credit study after an extensive review by faculty admissions committees. After several years of demanding coursework, the students prepare to take the qualifying examination composed of an oral and written examination. After successful passage of the exam, the student conducts research and the writing of a dissertation. Our doctoral students are also presenting their research and scholarly conferences as well as published articles in academic journals. All this culminates in the awarding of the doctoral degree. Now I will present the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Chancellor Riff, I'm pleased to present to you those students who have successfully completed the prescribed course of studies and research for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Let's go.
If you see it wrong, we'll get it. Maybe the first few might.
Try to get the logo in the back. It might not be as easy as it said, but
I'll squeeze it in there.
yeah.
Squeeze it in there. Kind of like a 45, right?
Given the directions is always easier. Just do it. Right? Make it happen. Yeah, yeah. Easy. Come on. Have fun with me. Yeah. Do you know who this?
Okay.
Had both while she was, yeah,
So
and they
long as they
both
still
have gowns
Oh,
on. It's so cute.
Are they in a row too?
Yeah, they're in a robe, and I think they have a cap. I know.
Adorable. Absolutely.
Our first student, Samuel Shields, will be hooded by Peter Beal. Bjark Alexander Larson will be hooded by Peter Beal. Rebecca Leitz will be hooded by Peter Beal. Good work. Samuel Eisenberg will be hooded by Alexander Eisner. Kai Chun Chow will be hooded by Alexander Eisner.
Anika Bagamaspa Binongos.
Annika will be hooded by Alexander Eisner.
Rachel Richards.
Rachel will be hooded by Alexander Eisner.
Cristobal Morfin.
Chris will be hooded by Scott Loki.
Alex Engstrom.
Alex will be hooded by Scott Loki.
Sophia Hollow.
You go in the front. Sophia will be hooded by Timothy Johnston.
Adiska Tapun.
Addis will be hooded by Timothy Johnstone.
Miles Membreno.
Milas will be hooded by Seth Rubin.
Diksha Sharma.
Diksha will be hooded by Seth Rubin.
Megan Torgrimson.
Megan and the family will be hooded by Seth Rubin.
Jennifer Lynn Cordoza.
Jennifer will be hooded by Sean McKinney.
Sahar Hossein Zadeh.
Sahar will be hooded by Sean McKinney.
Dingji Pan.
Dingji will be hooded by Xiaowei Chen.
John Tressel.
John will be hooded by Xiaowei Chen.
Hung Dong.
Heng will be hooded by Xiaowei Chen.
Matthew Medina.
Matt will be hooded by Joshua Airbear.
Chloe Wallenberg.
Chloe will be hooded by Joshua Airbear.
Natalie Pedicino.
You go there. Natalie will be hooded by John Pedicino.
Diana Escalona.
Diana will be hooded by Melissa Jurika.
Meredith Stevers.
Meredith will be hooded by Melissa Jurika.
Ariana Yancey.
Who's hooding you? Ariana will be hooded by Peter Beal.
Heather Menster.
You go in front of that block. You go on that block. Heather will be hooded by David Smith.
Philip Groth.
Phil will be hooded by Jeanette Dinishin.
James Reed.
James will be hooded by Jeanette Denishek.
Zoe Hazel Tumbleson.
Zoe will be hooded by Peter Beal.
Adrian Shestakov.
Adrian will be hooded by Tesla Jeltima.
Jackson O'Donnell.
Jackson will be hooded by Tesla Jeltima.
Pierce Giffen.
Pierce will be hooded by Stefania Gori.
Pankaj Munbad.
Pankaj will be hooded by Stefania Gori.
Christopher Ryan Iwasio.
Christopher will be hooded by Stefania Gori.
M. Prasad Busal.
Hem will be hooded by Yiming Yang.
Kayla Krut.
Nice. Kayla will be hooded by Volashni Kupan.
Shane Baker.
Shane will be hooded by Kimberly Lau.
Spencer Gregory Armada.
Spencer will be hooded by Renee Fox.
Madeline Broom.
Madeline will be hooded by Ruth Marie Clay.
Jules Fowler.
Jules will be hooded by Rebecca Jensen Clem.
Tenley Hutchinson Smith.
You go there and he goes on that. There you go. Tenley will be hooded by Enrico Ramirez Ruiz.
Ricardo Yarza.
Ricardo will be hooded by Enrico Ramirez Ruiz.
Vivian Tong.
Vivian will be hooded by Matthew Chitrone.
Jenny Figueroa.
Jennifer will be hooded by Fernando Liva.
Alejandra Watanabe Faro.
Alejandro will be hooded by Fernando Leva.
Tamara Ortega Uribe.
Oh, wait. Tamara will be hooded by Fernando Leva.
Matthew G.U. Evans.
Matthew will be hooded by Nicholas Davidenko.
Carrie Watson.
Carrie will be hooded by Margarita Osmitia.
Donnelly Spittner.
Dana Lee will be hooded by Hannah Hausman.
Catherine Nicole Quinteros.
Catherine will be hooded by Rebecca Covarrubias.
Marie Grace Martinez Mora.
Marie Grace will be hooded by Maureen Callanan.
Elise Dufau.
Elise will be hooded by Jean Foxtree.
David Engelman.
David will be hooded by Judith Habak Mush.
Katie Nuss Louie.
Katie will be hooded by John Danke.
Camille Lewis.
Camille will be hooded by Cameron Monroe.
Kalina Kasajikova.
Kalina will be hooded by Lars Ferenschmitz.
Julia McGrath.
Go that way. You go in front of it. Julia will be hooded by Rafe Kudella.
David Thomas Duncan.
David will be hooded by Eric Porter.
Linda Ulbrich.
Linda will be hooded by Mark Matera.
Piper Milton.
Piper will be hooded by Matt O'Hara.
Malaya Simon Reynolds.
There in front of that platform. Malaya will be hooded by Kathleen Cruz Gutierrez.
Amanda Hughes.
Amanda will be hooded by Catherine Jones.
Christina Wong.
Christina will be hooded by Noriko Aso and Alan Christie.
Clara Bergamini.
Stay there. Clara will be hooded by Alan Christie and Norika Aso.
Manning Chan.
Manning will be hooded by Mingwei Hu.
Kristen Dickerson.
Kristen will be hooded by Andrew Fisher.
Ciclón Olivares.
Chiclon will be hooded by Maria Puig de la Bella Casa.
Juan John.
Juan will be hooded by Maria Puig de la Bella Casa.
Emmett Pesot.
Emmett will be hooded by Maria Puig de la Bella Casa.
Manisha Ampagoni.
The hood. Manisha will be hooded by Marty Weissman.
Amethyst Price.
Amethyst will be hooded by Marty Weissman.
Sam Johnson.
Sam will be hooded by Marty Weissman.
Diwang Pamidipati.
Diwang will be hooded by Marty Weissman.
Brandon Owens.
Brandon will be hooded by Robert Boltje.
Jennifer Simon Guerrero.
Jennifer will be hooded by Robert Boltje.
Jaden Valentine Breland.
Jaden will be hooded by Robert Boltje.
Aubrey Sophia Aiken.
Sophia will be hooded by Jay Ching.
Changhan Zhou.
Chang Han will be hooded by Baron Sanders.
Maxwell Kaplan.
Maxwell will be hooded by Ryan Bennett.
Maya Wax Cavallaro.
Maya will be hooded by Ryan Bennett.
Nico Webster.
Nico will be hooded by Ivy Sichel.
Siyu Luo. Sonia Kao.
CU will be hooded by Brent Haddad.
Sonia Cowell.
Sonia will be hooded by Stacy Philpott.
Christopher Lang.
Christopher will be hooded by Flora Liu.
Summer Sullivan.
Summer will be hooded by Madeline Fairbairn.
Astrid Hofler.
Astrid will be hooded by Amy Mall.
Jacob Fontana.
Jacob will be hooded by Peter Beal.
Gan Shen.
Gan will be hooded by Lindsay Cooper.
Sarah Bird.
Sarah will be hooded by Anna Frizz.
Jay Ying Chen.
Jay Ying, or also known as Cerise, will be hooded by Giacomo Bernardi.
Natasha Hinojosa.
Natasha will be hooded by Giacomo Bernardi.
Allison Salazar Sawkins.
Allison will be hooded by Giacomo Bernardi.
Viridiana Castro.
Viridiana will be hooded by Robin Duncan.
Savannah Solian.
Savannah will be hooded by Nicole Hammond.
Sean Keenan.
Don't worry about that. Sean will be hooded by Amy Beal.
Joseph Finkel.
Joseph will be hooded by Amy Beal.
Tyler Sheaves.
Tyler will be hooded by Dustin Richmond.
Matthew Tedford.
Matthew will be hooded by Albert Narath.
Aaron Samuel Mulenga.
Aaron will be hooded by Albert Narath.
Surim O.
Yeah, just stand there. Serene will be hooded by Peter Beal.
Gitanjali Rakshit.
Gitanjali will be hooded by Peter Beal.
Michael Bryden.
Michael will be hooded by Peter Beal.
Gali Bai.
Gali will be hooded by Peter Beal.
Stephen Cordonowi.
Stephen will be hooded by Peter Beal.
Siki Thinkling Lee.
Siki Thinkling will be hooded by Jesse Lee.
Lizette Jacqueline Gonzalez Carrion.
Lizette will be hooded by me, Karen Ottoman.
Giovanni Vega.
Gio will be hooded by Michael Patnode.
Bo Hui Chiang.
Bo will be hooded by Michael Patnode.
Momita Das.
Momita will be hooded by AJ Shinoy and Alan Spira.
Hyunjin Yoon.
Hyunjin will be hooded by Carlos Dobkin.
Piyush Gandhi.
Piyush will be hooded by Ariel Zucker.
Monica Shandel.
Monica will be hooded by Ariel Zucker.
Celia Todd.
You stand in front of the platform there. Celia will be hooded by Peter Beal.
Gagandeep Sachdeva.
Gagandeep will be hooded by Laura Giuliano.
Yifan C.
Yifan will be hooded by, stand on the front of the platform. Yifan will be hooded by Alonzo Villacorta and Galina Hale.
Neha Sikand.
Neha will be hooded by Alonzo Villacorta.
Rongjin Zhang.
Rongjin will be hooded by Alonzo Villacorta.
Micah Nicole Card.
Micah will be hooded by Laura Bartlett.
Riley Ann Collins.
Riley will be hooded by Laura Bartlett.
Lokesh Nagappa Jalaminche.
Lokesh will be hooded by Brent Haddad.
Dan Shu.
Dan will be hooded by Marissa Brothwell.
Diego Ortiz Barbosa.
Diego will be hooded by Peter Beal.
Sebastian Torres Montoya.
Sebastian will be hooded by Mircea Teodorescu and Mohammed Mustaho.
Anthony Bencomo.
Anthony and child will be hooded by Peter Beal.
Tiago Tasca.
Tiago will be hooded by Sarah Nidazwiki.
Nate Edenhofer.
Nate will be hooded by Sarah Nidazwiki.
Lucia Vitale.
Lucia will be hooded by Sarah Nidazwiki.
Diana Blanco.
Diana will be hooded by Alexi Lithal.
Posthumous Doctor of Philosophy in Sociology for Kirsten May Castle.
This degree is being awarded posthumously. Accepting on their behalf is Kirsten's family, accompanied by Professor Debbie Gould.
Thank you. Chancellor Riff, I'm pleased to present to you those students who have successfully completed the prescribed course of studies for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. And now, will the candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy please rise if you're able to.
Graduates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Regents and the President of the University of California, I now confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with all the rights and privileges thereto pertaining. Congratulations.
So this concludes our graduation ceremony. We thank everyone for joining us. Will the audience please stand and remain standing while the procession leaves the venue? And let's give our graduates one more standing ovation. Congratulations again. Go out and change the world. We know you will.